What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, we're coming back to Starset. Yes, indeed. Starset Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all those clicks and those likes and the bibbity bob, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from The Knowledge, 8850, Kaze, Ricardo Milos, and Eurobadger. They all want to see me react to this song by Starset called Telekinetic. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hang on, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Starset Online, okay? And the video has 1.4 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Starset, Telekinetic, official audio. Wah, wah, wah.
Damn it.
Doesn't matter what comes after the word official, man. If we see that word official and it comes, and this video comes off of either the band's official page or the record label's official page, the chances, the odds of the video getting blocked are always going to be slightly higher. And yes, that includes official audio. I've had videos get blocked in the past before, strictly for audio claiming. So it does happen. So we're going to hope for the best here. We're going to cross our fingers and just hope that that doesn't happen here. I guess we'll have to just wait and see what happens. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I will say this. I'm enjoying the song more than I enjoyed my last reaction to Starset. I will definitely say that. I do feel like there's a little more power, a little more drive in this song than there was in the last one I did. It's still very synthetic. It's still very artificial. Still very digital. But at least with this song, I feel like there's more drive and there's more energy. So that's good. Yeah, but make no mistake about it. It is absolutely very digitally driven song. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's see where this goes. Maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe I'll change my mind. Let's see.
Found my own a tragedy. I lost my soul in the make-believe. Just a doll with your thread sewn into me. Paralyzed when you finally cut the strings. So stick your pins in the effigy. Run my life till you rip the seams. Build it up in a technicolor dream. A prisoner just for you, now set me free. I can't breathe at the thought of you.
The chorus is where it's at.
Set me free, I've been caught in you. Overcome with the heart-sick voodoo. It's down, I connect. I connect. It's gonna pull me in. I fell for this.
Okay.
It's alright. I'm calling down from this line. But it's high. Take my control.
Nice pitch shifting there on the line. Okay, that was interesting. The chorus. The chorus is without question my favorite part of the song. The verses, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're okay. They're good. It's so digital. Can't really get behind the verses. The chorus, though, I can absolutely get behind that chorus without question. That felt good. Both times I've heard the chorus now, I've enjoyed both times. The whole switching up vocal style, going into that grit and growl. It worked. It worked. It definitely worked. Considering the fact that we were going into that breakdown section, it got really heavy, right? So yeah, it was very appropriate, very conducive to what was happening musically. So yeah, I got no issue with it. It was well done. I have a feeling I know where this is gonna go. I could probably honestly turn this. I could turn the video off, and I can have a pretty good idea, I think, of where this song's gonna end up.
1 hour later.
I don't know. Then again,
3 hours later.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. I still believe I could turn this off right now, and I would have a pretty good idea of where I want to go. But then again, I've had reactions where the last 30 seconds literally changed my mind. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's finish this out, and we'll get to the review. And back. That last minute. If we had just ended. We had just ended the song. That last minute really did it in. Man. Okay. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Starset with Telekinetic. This was a request from The Knowledge, 8850, Rikaze, Ricardo Milos, and Euro Badger. Man, that last minute just killed me. Okay, I got a score here. Let's just get right to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that an 8.0. Yep, 8.0. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Oh man, that last minute. Okay. Kind of wish I had turned this video off now. We would have a higher score. We would. It was very processed. It's very digital. And I have a feeling that's kind of where Starset really kind of gets their groove from. Not so much from guitars and bass and drums, but they really kind of get their signature sound from digitization, sampling, synthesizer, stuff like that. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of that at all. If it was more guitar heavy, like the only time I really heard guitar and bass and drums, if I'm being honest, the only time I really heard that stuff was on the chorus. And I loved the chorus. The chorus was great. The chorus was where it was at for me. I dug the chorus. The rest of the song was just kind of like, okay, okay, it's there. It's good. I don't hear anything bad. It's just I'm not a fan of all the digitization. I'm not a big fan of all the sampling. I'm not a big fan of all the effects. I'm not a big fan of all the pads and the synths, and I'm not a big fan of that stuff. I know it has its place, and I know there's definitely a demographic for it. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that do enjoy that stuff. And to some extent, I like it, but not when it's the dominant thing. One of the reasons why I never really got into the Prodigy. I never really got into them. I know everybody was like, you need to check these out, you need to check these guys out. And I listened to it, and I was like, well, what am I looking for? It's all sampling and pads and DJing. It's all that. I don't really hear any instrumentation. So I was never a big fan. I'm still not a big fan. But I loved the chorus. I thought the chorus was outstanding. I thought the chorus was great. Great power, great tone, great direction, great energy. I was ready to give this song, seriously, I was ready to give this song about an 8.1, possibly an 8.2. And then that last minute kicked in. That last minute of completely unnecessary background noise. Why? What did that accomplish? What did that convey? What was that telling people? What was that doing for anybody?
What's the matter with you?
Absolutely nothing. And I mean nothing. I mean, as an observer to this band, I don't know anything about the band. I don't know anything about the album. I don't know anything about the song. Maybe this is a concept album. And maybe they were doing that to lead into the next song. I don't know. I don't have any explanation for that. I don't have any context. So I don't know why they did that. It made absolutely no sense. It made no sense whatsoever to have that extra minute in there of just cacophonous noise. So, the score came down as a result. Now, it didn't come down a lot. It didn't come down a ton. But it it did come down. And it's a shame because, like I said, I was ready to give this an 8.1, maybe 8.2. I loved the chorus. In particular, what I loved about the chorus was the fullness of the sound and the vocals. You got the big guitar sound going in there, the drums kicked in, bass kicked in, vocals were there. Vocals got high, they got really nice and powerful. I kind of wish the whole song had sounded like that instead of all the digitization. And like I said, that last minute just absolutely wrecked this for me. Oh man, I really kind of wish now I had stopped listening to the song right before that kicked in. We'd be talking about a different score, but look, you're still getting a great score. It's at the very bottom of the barrel of the greats, but it's still getting the great score. That chorus was outstanding. I dug the chorus. So, yeah, take that for what it's worth. 8.0, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.